Thank you, Brenda. That was lovely. Amid the buzz of the room as people were gathering and meeting one another. So, good morning and welcome. My name is, is it working? Okay. Good morning and welcome. My name is Joe Ucolano, and I serve our board of directors as our past president, and I'm here today to give you our welcome. We gather in community to rest from our labors, to greet our neighbors, and to open our being to insight and for the greater reality of which we are a part. May we find in our time together inspiration and renewal. May we touch the sacred in each other and be touched by the spirit of life. May we find here a calm peacefulness that will carry us through the days ahead. Unitarian Universalism is a liberal religious tradition that values freedom in religious thought and journey. We uphold the unity of our interconnections to each other, to all of life, and to the universe in which we exist. We affirm the universality of love and hope as we journey together in community, and so we welcome you, whoever you are, at this moment and wherever you are in your spiritual journey. We are glad you've chosen to be with us today. Please do not hesitate to ask any of us for assistance if you have any questions, if you need hearing assistance, or would like to fill out a visitor card. In the seat pocket behind the chairs, there's a Joys and Concerns yellow card that you may wish to share or mark private. You're welcome to fill it out for our minister or caring team and bring it to the altar during Joys and Concerns, or you could leave it in the offering basket. For those of you visiting with us from home, streaming live, please note that you can list your Joys and Concerns in the chat there online, but they will be public. We are a fellowship of action and activities. Upcoming events and activities may be found in the weekly email or on our website. And at this time, I'd like to remind you to turn off your cell phones or other devices as we ask Ashley Eldredge to come and give us our call to worship.
Okay, I have a poem for you today. A Blessing for the Front Lines by Anna Joffrey. Oh, you rebel, you queer and wayward child, you abandoned and listless, you angry and forgotten, you brown, you black and indigenous, you homeless and impoverished, you dreamer, you warrior. You're not alone here. You've never been alone, not in this place, not in this time, not in the whole of history. There's always been ones like you, and there will always be ones like you. We have always fought in the papers and in the streets, with the paint cans and with the pens, through the tear gas and the water cannons, in your armor inadequate, in your fear and your rage. You have never been alone. Plant your feet like the 1,000-year oak. Scream like the ghost of your ancestors. Light your hearts on fire with the ashes of all the dead sons. Thank you.
Giving you just a moment to contemplate the poem. Would you say with me the chalice lighting words? Love is the spirit of this community, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in truth, and to help one another. Thus do we covenant together, and I will light the chalice. Thank you.
And now, if everyone will please rise as you are able in body or spirit as we sing together our UU anthem. It's totally the UU national anthem, Spirit of Life. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. One more time. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Beautiful. You may be seated. Our time for all ages this morning is a video.
Thank you, Renee. So I'm the other Eldredge. That's my mini-me. I want to tee this up a little bit for you because even though I'm a child of the 60s, I graduated high school in 1970. 1969, I was a junior, and you'll see why swimming is important when I mention this. And I was involved every summer in the water. I was in water aerobics. So here's a little tee up to this as a reminder. In a nationally televised address on June the 6th, 1963, President John F. Kennedy urged the nation to take action toward guaranteeing equal treatment of every American regardless of race. Well, soon after, Kennedy proposed that the Congress consider a civil rights legislation that would address voting rights, public accommodations, school segregation, non-discrimination in federally assisted programs, and more. So despite Kennedy's assassination that November, amazingly, the Civil Rights Act was approved in 1964, signed into law by Lyndon Johnson on that July 2nd. The act outlawed segregation in businesses such as theaters, restaurants, hotels, and it banned discriminatory practices in employment and ended segregation in public places, such as swimming pools, libraries, and public schools. But what happened at the same time is that a lot of people, particularly people who were Caucasian, were moving to the suburbs. And with that move came a lot more private rather than public swimming pools, not just in backyard, but in neighborhoods, etc. And the whole issue, again, was not solved because swimming pools then were private, not public. Well, Mr. Rogers, one of my personal heroes, so excited. Did you know he was a Presbyterian minister? I would have thought that he was Unitarian, but, you know, we can adopt him, I think, posthumously. So his flock basically was talking to children and using the power that he had from the media and from his Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood program. And he did something a little bit surprising in his own quiet way. And we're going to see a very short video where he introduces us to the character of Officer Clemens, who appears throughout his years on public television. So.
Oh, there's Officer Clemens. Hi, Officer Clemens. Come in.
Rogers, how are you?
Fine. Won't you sit down?
Oh, sure. Just for a moment.
It's so warm. I was just putting some water on my feet.
Oh, it sure is.
Would you like to join me?
It looks awfully enjoyable, but I don't have a towel or anything.
Oh, you share mine.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh,
Come along.
man.
I'll put some more water in here.
Oh. This is going to turn into a beautiful day.
You like bare feet?
Well, yeah, as I grew older, I liked it more and more.
Uh-huh. Good for you. You're pulling up your pants. I forgot to do that at first.
Oh, I don't want them to get wet.
Right.
Oh, that feels great.
Right here.
You know, when you're a policeman, you do an awful lot of walking, and sometimes your feet get tired.
Right.
That feels better already.
Good.
Just massage them a little bit.
Cool water on a hot day.
Well, thank you for your refreshments.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. You're welcome, Officer Clemens.
Shall we turn this off?
Mm-hmm. Is that enough?
Oh, that's fine. Well, that was so enjoyable. I'm sorry I couldn't stay longer.
Well, I know how busy you are. But sometimes just a minute like this will really make a difference.
There, that one's dry. And now, that one. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Who can put your hand in my hand and be ready to feel all safe and strong? You're a child, so you can do it. Children do it all life long. There we are.
You have great boots to fill, Officer Clemens.
Well,
you
thank you
fill
very
them
much.
well. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
stopping by.
So long.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Thanks, Brooke. Congregation leaders. Take a minute. Congregation leaders, both volunteers and staff members, work diligently throughout the year to be careful and attentive stewards towards this building and its funds. Countless meetings and reports and documents and budgets are necessary to maintain the health of an organization, especially one that has endured for so many years like UUFF. We depend on our tools and on our teams to track where every dollar goes, and they do just that. But the gifts you make to our weekly offering or through your annual pledge represent far more than lines on a spreadsheet. Your contributions are a tangible commitment to the mission and the vision of UUFF. Each time you give, you renew this commitment. And as a result, your support is entwined with all that we believe and that all we do here together. It is its own special gift. The offering will be gratefully received. Friends, it's now time for our joys and concerns. If you woke this morning with a sorrow so heavy that you need the help of this community to carry it, or if you woke with a joy so great that it simply must be shared, now is the time for you to bring your cards forward and drop a stone into the water. Brenda will be there to support you. As you drop your stone into the water, the ripples that it makes mingles with all the other UUs across the planet this morning doing the same ritual. Please come forward during the music. If you have a yellow card, Brenda will receive it. And I dropped those stones for the joys and sorrows that haven't been spoken, but that remain in those silent places in our hearts. These joys and griefs, both spoken and unspoken, that's what weave us together in the fabric of this beautiful family, this beautiful community. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter succeed. At least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. Ooh. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all. It's easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all. It's easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself. It is the greatest love of all. And if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming of leads you to a lonely place, find your strength in love. Thank you very much. Brooke?
I don't know about you, but I've got goosebumps. That was absolutely incredible, Renee. Thank you so much. Wow. So, friends, I'm back again. I have, you know now, that I like to swim. I used to be much better. But another thing you may not know about me is I am passionate about our first principle. Dignity is, I may not remember any of the others, quite frankly, I'll admit it, except maybe the last one. I like that Web of Life thing. But I just hold dignity really, really close. And I think part of it is because I grew up in a military family. Anybody else? I know Laura did. Others? Yay, okay, you might admit to that, you might understand this. So, and I hate to admit this because it seems elitist, and that kind of gets into dignity, is that my dad was an officer. And I saw many, many times into his career that either the way he spoke to another soldier or the way they may have reacted to what he said wasn't dignified. They probably respected him because they had to. Respect has more to do with position or class or something you've earned. Respect is earned. But unlike that, dignity is, as our friend Whitney says, it's inside us all. It's our inherent worth and dignity. And so I became a very uncomfortable and reluctant military brat. You know, I would just hide my head sometimes. I remember my dad once, and I don't know why, because this was really weird. We were living in France, and there was some big meeting, And he decided that we needed a driver to take our family to this military meeting, which seemed really weird. We had a car. You could drive yourself. You know, it's not that far away. And it was a long drive and quiet because, I mean, no one dare speak to the lovely soldier who was driving us. And at the end, my dad, without looking at the fellow, just reached over the front seat. He had some money in his hand. And he said, "Soldier, get your hair cut before you come back tomorrow." That, I still remember that. I hated that. You know, what would it have taken to go quietly outside the car, walk around and say, "Here's a little long for regulation, son. Here's a little money. Could you get your hair cut before you come back tomorrow?" To me, that may be an obscene kind of reaction, but that stuck with me, that kind of thing. So, anyway, I got that off my chest. Thank you so much. So we know our first principle instructs us to look into the inherent dignity and worth of all beings. But we're in good company. Some of you may know, I didn't until I looked this up, that the United Nations, which was formed right after World War II and all those horrible atrocities, starts out in their Universal Declaration. The preamble says, "Whereas recognition of the inherent dignity and of the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is a foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world." ... The recognition that the role of dignity plays in helping to achieve and retain peace, I think, is really critical. It's not just respect. It's, you know, we've got to come to dignity with each other. So there are lots of definitions out there about dignity, and I thought, well, here's one I like. I didn't come up with it. Dignity, if you agree, is an internal state of peace that comes with the recognition and acceptance of the value of all living things. That works for me. What do you think? We'll go with that. So Dr. Donna Hicks is a Harvard psychologist, and she's been involved, like in the last 20, 30 years, in resolving conflict across the world. She even worked with Archbishop Desmond Tutu, trying to help resolve the conflict in Northern Ireland a while back. She has written a book called Dignity. It's a really great book. I'll try to boil it down to a few actions that she says we can take to honor dignity. Some of those include, and they seem so logical: acceptance of identity. Approach people as neither inferior or superior to you. Let others express their authentic selves without fear of being judged. Acknowledgement. Give people your full attention by listening and responding to their concerns. Inclusion. Make people feel that they belong. And safety. Put people at ease physically and psychologically, where they feel free of concern about being shamed or humiliated. That takes my mind to a lot of what we're experiencing in politics and in online bullying, maybe, comments on the cyber world. So, Teresa, if you'd go to the first slide. This may be a little bit hard to read, so I will tell you about this. This slide, or this concept, was developed by the Anti-Defamation League. It's called the Pyramid of Hate. Some of you may be familiar with it. You can see that there are 5 levels there, and one of them is at the bottom: acts of bias, jokes, rumors, insensitive remarks, stereotyping, non-inclusive remarks. Then it goes up a level to acts of prejudice that might include name-calling, bullying, slurs, ridicule. I see a lot of that going around today. And then it goes up a notch where it actually starts to integrate into employment, education, segregation, etc. I won't go through the other two. You can read it. Acts of bias-motivated violence up to genocide. So imagine how some of the acts at the lower level just kind of cause resentment and just kind of stay in your belly and stay in your mind. And particularly if you feel that you're not respected, you're not getting dignity in your life, you're not getting the opportunities you feel that you really deserve, how that can fester. So people sometimes, this is some work that Donna Hicks did, she said that people had a hard time telling her what the difference between respect and dignity was in words. But she found when she asked them, just close your eyes for a minute. Reflect back to any time in your life, whatever pops up, of a time that you felt that your dignity was attacked. And in those moments, people just poured stories, just poured their personal stories of times that they felt so injured and hurt. Another thing that came out of some research was that when using MRI machines, doctors in California observed that when our dignity is challenged, when we feel hurt emotionally, that triggers the same part of our brain as if we were injured physically. Think about that. It blows my mind. Blows my mind. Okay, well, enough of our slide here. But imagine that we're seeing too much hate and injustice, and we want to change that. We want to be able to turn around things like online bullying, teenage depression leading to suicide, issues in social media, debates from candidates, et cetera, et cetera. In comes Donna Hicks again. So she and a bunch of other psychologists designed a template and then hired a group of coders in Utah, of all places, Utah, to look at our ongoing elections at midterms last year. So this is real current. And they devised 8 different levels of language, using our words here, language that showed either 1 to about 4, contempt, and then 5 through 8, moving towards higher dignity among every single candidate for congressional office in Utah. How about that as a way to make a difference? Maybe. And I read these. These are really cool. So let's go. Level 1 escalates from violent words to violent actions. Gee, where did we see that? It's a combination of feeling the other side is less than human, calling for or approving violence. Tressa. 2, level 2 accuses the other side of not of doing bad things or being bad, but promotes evil. Other side is evil. Our side is not. Level 3 attacks the other side's moral character. It's not just the capabilities of competence, but their morals. 4 mocks and attacks the other side's background, beliefs, their commitment, their competence, their performance. And downstairs we had a wonderful discussion today about being woke. Perhaps attacks their anti-woke or their woke sentiments. Okay, now we're getting to higher levels here, a little bit turning the corner. 5 listens to the other side's point of view and respectfully explains their own goals, their views, and their plans. Okay, that's better. You get to 6, and they actually welcome the opportunity to work with the other side to find common ground. Whoa, that would be pretty cool. 7 wants to fully engage the other side, discussing their deepest disagreements, and they want to see breakthroughs. They want to work together to see breakthroughs. I wish we could just sort of package this up and send it to the Congress right now. And 7, woohoo, I can see myself as part of every group. I refuse to hate anyone, and I offer dignity to everyone. Okay, so what did it look like? Tressa, I actually went online and, whoop, there it is. Here's one candidate. I took their names out to protect the not so innocent and the innocent and the innocent. This one came at a number 5 in terms of the assessments. I don't disagree with the comment just made by my opponent. States can do better. We know our topography, whatever, our demographics or geography, our specific needs are better than any bureaucrat in Washington could. Scored a number 5. You can read why. It's okay. It talks about goals, views, plans, etc. without any contempt. Here's another one. So-and-so, divisive, do-nothing politics are no good for Utah or our country. Even tonight, he refused to accept responsibility for trying to overturn our last election and override the will of the American people. That's why a majority of Utahns, isn't that weird how it's spelled, Utahns, want to replace blank. Well, that dropped down to a 3 right away. Attacking moral character, trying to overturn our last election, overriding the will of the American people, et cetera, et cetera. It's a sweeping generalization. Now, I will say that I went through a lot of these. Some of them were debate scores, candidate statements, concession speeches and victory speeches, and just plain their general social media. And what they did is they didn't just do it at the end. Every week, everything that happened in a week. And you can find it online. It's there. It's there. And so they went through. They had that up there. And I have to say, I didn't see any scores that were higher than a 6. Now, granted, if I really looked, I didn't look at all of them. I might have found some 2s that would have been very bad, but 3s and 4s were kind of where most of us were. We've gotten to that point. To be noticed, we have to stand out with negativity, it seems. So in closing, I'd like to throw this out there. See if you remember this adage: sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Anybody? Yeah? I don't believe it's true, and I never did when I was a kid either. I doubt that you do too. Thank you for letting me share my thoughts with you today.
Thank you so much, Brooke. Wow, that was amazing. Well, friends, let's sing together, shall we? Let's imagine a world that we can create. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Good singing. Oh, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Ah, imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people, whoops, living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. Notice a lyric change coming up. No need for greed or hunger. Equality and no judgment. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I am not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. And the world will live as one. And the world will live as one. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful tonight. You may be seated. Good singing. Oh, Annette, thank you for extinguishing our chalice.
Would you read with me? We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we're together again.
Well, I'm back here again, too. What a great service. Thank you for all the great music, Renee, and the inspiring words, too, about dignity. Thank you, Brooke. I asked Renee if I could take a few minutes of our time during announcements just to make a brief announcement and an alert and a teaser for some of the things that we've been working on as it relates to our office, excuse me, our connections and office management, and some new things that I want to share with you that I'm really excited about. As many of you know, last year we bought a new software package for our office. Now that doesn't sound very exciting to many, I'm sure, but we have been working very hard to convert the old data that we had in our old system into the new system and roll out more of the features of this new software package to our membership and friends here in the fellowship. So we've been learning more about it, trying to understand it better and roll it out. It has some great features for those of you who want to remain connected with our fellowship beyond Sunday mornings. Think of it as a possible Facebook for just our community here, where you can connect and talk to people, chat, do things like that if you choose to do that. So we are going to be rolling out more of it to each of you. So some of you have already received invitations to join this package. The name of the package is called Realm, R-E-A-L-M. We are in the realm of our community here. So you will get an email that will invite you to join Realm, join our fellowship via Realm, which is the software. And with that activation, once you join, you set up your own account and you can keep track of all of the information that we have with you, including your giving history, your pledge history, some of those things. The teaser I want to give you is that we have just implemented a feature of the package that allows any of us, any friend, any visitor, any member to give via text messaging. So you can text to Realm, R-E-A-L-M, 73256. I think that's got it right. So if you text the message to that particular number and you type in the message UUFF give, it will bring a form to you that you can join our community and make a contribution. So again, a lot of this we're going to be rolling out a little more, but I wanted to alert you because when you receive that email, there will be more things that you can do in terms of signing up for coffee hour to help with us, sign up to be a Sunday greeter, join different communities that we have here at the fellowship. So many ways to connect, and this is the first of many. So thank you. Thanks, Renee.
The other day, and I thought I was going to need like a ton of help, and it was very easy to set up my profile and to even like put my picture in, and there's a choir space and a music space. Wow! On realm, yeah. Brooke, will you offer us our closing words?
Well, sure, Renee. This is a quote from Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Dignity not only sustains but also energizes and enables. It accomplishes great things. It lifts the fallen and restores the broken. When the recognition of the good in the other is shared, it is a sense of personal dignity given that can bring peace to situations of potential conflict. Thank you.
Go in peace and have a great week, and we hope to see you next week.
I started with Tchaikovsky, so I found lively Tchaikovsky to end.